And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video, you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.
What's up, my YouTube friends, viewers, subscribers, everybody? Welcome back to another banger motivational video. And the topic for today is temptation, which I think is a very interesting thing to talk about because in this generation, that's the world where we live in, where people will simply say and do stuff to get under your skin. That's the definition of temptation. That's why I'm here to talk about it. So, if you notice, if you are a person like, I'm guessing people tempt everybody on different levels. So, if you're a person and you have, say, a high self-esteem and you have high regards for yourself, you ever notice that people will say and do things to break, like for you to break character? That's because they want to get under your skin. Bro, you have to resist temptation. Bro, that's the world where we live in. It's crazy because all like it's crazy because all those people who have big dreams, big goals, you have a bright future ahead of you. You want to do something with yourself. You don't want to be average. You want to get some money. You have all these big things in your mind that you want to achieve, and you may tell people, or you probably not. And then you always have those small mind people telling you, oh, it'll never work, you're wasting your time, you need this, you need that, you need to go to school, you need to go to this. Bro, do not listen to them. They're tempting you because they want to get under your skin, especially if you have insane self-control and you master emotional intelligence where you can regulate your emotions differently. Bro, they always are coming. They're always coming. So if you're a person struggling with this, I think temptation is mainly for, I would say, mostly guys, because it's easier for guys to be tempted than it is for women to be tempted. I'm not saying women are not being tempted, but guys are more tempted than women because, like, bro, people will literally say and do things in order to get under your skin. That's what they want. If you ever notice, if you're a person with class, and then you carry yourself a certain way, you dress a certain way, you speak a certain way, you walk a certain way, you ever notice people have a problem with you, and for some unknown reason they think that you think that you're better than them? It's not necessarily saying that you think that you're better than them. It's how you present yourself. Bro, you have to resist temptation. I don't care what somebody may say, or what they may do. I was about to say something else, or what they may do, but as long as whatever they're doing, as long as it's not affecting you, it's not affecting your family, and it's not affecting where your money comes from, bro, do not throw no tantrum and fight back with it, because that's what people want. Let me tell you something. Before, like, when you carry your, and I can testify to this, it's crazy, man with class. So when you carry yourself a certain way, you always have those people saying things because they're checking you out just to see, checking you out. Well, same thing. They're checking you out to see just how much you're willing to tolerate, what triggers you, what makes you angry. I'm not saying roasting friends is different than people you don't know. But you got to remember, you always have those sets of people that you don't really associate yourself with them, sorry, but they always have something to say. Bro, they want your energy. The reason why people tempt you is because you are something that they wish they were. And they hate themselves. In return, they hate you. And then they're trying to say and do things in order to affect you. This is why people will betray you. This is why people will try to destroy whatever it is that you guys have created. If you're trying to create a business, or you guys have some joint things working on, this is why they try to destroy. Bro, people will try to destroy themselves, hoping they will take you down in the process. And if you give in to temptation where you will explode the same as them, then you are just as bad as they are. You're just as bad as they are. That's just how it is. Bro, temptation, that's the biggest thing, especially for guys. This is why most guys end up ruining their lives, they end up in jail, something's going on with them, they're in depression. Everything is wrong because they give in to temptation. And that's what that other, like when somebody tempts you, that's what they want. They want you to lose control. Let me tell you something. Before people tempt you with stuff, they always, like, you have to remember, nobody get up and say, okay, I'm gonna go say this to this guy. They plan it in their mind. And because you have high regards for yourself, they're trying to break you. They want you to break character, especially if you're a person that say you have manners and you carry yourself, and your energy is warm and welcoming. They're trying to break you. That's why they always say things, oh, you think you're better than me, or the world doesn't revolve around you, and all these different type of things. If you're a person with class, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're also an average person working a regular job, you also know what I'm talking about. But stop for a second and look to see who is doing the tempting. Always people who are less than you are. People who tempt you, they, like, to them, it's like they want you to be just as low as they are. Which means, like, how you see the world, like being an elite person with class, average, below average, all these things is how you see the world. So if you're gonna say to some people, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that, this is why they will tell you, oh, it's not possible, you're wasting your time. Those are people trying to tempt you with negativity. And for most people who give in to negativities and doubts and all these different type of things, they are the one that give in to temptation. This is why they will end up losing their lives, losing their businesses, losing their relationship, losing everything, and they go right back to zero to where they were, because they give in to temptation. It's funny, isn't it? People who give in to temptation never get out being better than how they are. And if you're a person with class, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You always have those average people who have a problem with you, and you may sit down and you may think, why does this person have a problem with me? I don't talk with them very much. I don't laugh with them. I don't invite them nowhere. Why do they have a problem with me? And that's how it is, because of how you carry yourself. It's crazy. People do not have to know you in order to hate you. They hate you because they wish they were you. You carry yourself in a certain way that they are wondering why you are carrying yourself with this. This is like having 10 friends, and all those 10 friends don't want no future, and then you got up and decided, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being broke. I want to go get some money. And then all your friends, oh, well, you want to get some money? Just sit down with us. Let's just make all of us be broke. And that's temptation right there. Because for some people, they think it's better when everybody else is saying the same thing. This is why you need to isolate yourself and change your surroundings and change your environment and put yourself somewhere else. Because you always have those people. Like, there's a saying that say misery love company. Everybody that's miserable, they want everybody else to be just as miserable as they are. But once you have a high IQ and you can understand these things, then you can know who to hang out with, who to go around, who to go have drinks with, who to say go out with. Bro, people know these things. And no one who is genuinely happy and making some money, once they can analyze that a person is miserable, they're always hating, they're grudging, they can know, okay, not to put themselves around this. Like, even me, I know these things. Like, all it is for you to do is listen to them. Because people can tempt you direct, and they can also tempt you indirect. This is where manipulation comes in. People can manipulate somebody else in order to hurt you because they don't want to hurt you directly. They want to break your character. Because if you have, say, like manners, you always please, thank you, all these different type of things. Once people start to notice that you are this type of person where you have manners, please, thank you, and you're polite, why do you think those type of people always get disrespected the most? Why? Temptation. People are trying to tempt you. It's crazy how just from you having manners, it's affect people. Because people who lack manners, they can see you and they can say, oh, this person is polite, this person is genuine, this person don't lie. Why you think the moment they hear you snap, they're like, oh my god, really? It's almost like they are exciting or excited, sorry, that you have snap, and then it's like it's like to them they have achieved something, because people always want to see the nastiest side of people. So if you're a person, when I say that, meaning if you're a person who is always happy, you're always polite, not even say always polite, if you're a person that's naturally happy, people will tempt you with things trying to make you angry. They will say things to hurt your feelings trying to get you upset. This is how they are. So once you can understand who you are, what you're triggered by, and you know how to deal with your weaknesses, then you can figure out how to resist temptation. And how do you resist temptation? Is after you have any issues, any downfall, you need to accept reality, and then you need to tell yourself, this is what happens, and I need to deal with it. All those people who have ever had trauma, problem, any bad relationships, abusive family, all these things. This is why all these people bring all these things into a relationship and into a friendship, because they never deal with it. Then as soon as somebody else comes along and say stuff, they got triggered. Have you ever been somewhere where two people are having, not say two people, you and somebody else, or you're even there overhearing somebody, like people are having a random conversation, and out of nowhere some random person got upset, or you're having a group discussion, and things are being said, and then somebody is there and they're upset. You ever wonder why? Because that, like, to them, they were hit with reality, because they may convince themselves, okay, all I have to do is pretend that this didn't happen. And that's from people talking around, their feelings got hurt because something was said, and it could be that the group know, it could be that they don't know, but the fact is they got their feelings hurt. People who run away from problems, they always face temptation. People who think, oh, if I just forget about it, or if I just don't deal with it, or if I pretend that it don't exist, then maybe it will go away. Bro, problems never go away. This is like you thinking, oh, if I do not pay my rent the first of the month, if I pretend that it's not the first of the month, maybe the landlord will think it's not the first of the month, and then I can get away with not paying it for the month. But once reality kicks in, then they know they owe him an extra, because it was said on the lease, when you sign the lease, if you are late, then it will cost extra. Bro, temptation is when you can't control your own behavior, because if somebody says something, you snap. Not everybody deserves the rage that you have inside of you. Everybody's angry about something. That's just how it is. And if you're a person that give in to temptation, then you're a mentally weak person. And then you have a lot of things that you need to fix within. Because you got to remember, bro, this is reality. Like, we live in a world where everybody creates some fantasy of what they think the world really is. And then you got reality. So this will be reality here. And then you got everybody inside in their own little bubble of how they think reality really is. But guess what? Reality is still happening. Those are the type of people that convince themselves something else when it's not. You call those delusional people. Bro, trust me, if you are struggling with temptation, then that means there's something you need to fix within. For an example, if, like, the greatest things for a guy to be tempted with is, like, say, women, money, all these different type of things. Because some guys and people will do things for money. They'll do things that they don't want to do because they want to get paid. For an example, you ever wonder why a guy can be in a relationship with a girl and a girl can use another girl to set up the guy to see just how loyal he really is? It's not saying he was or he wasn't loyal. He just gave in to temptation within that split moment. Now, if you're a type of person where you're not driven by certain things, then you know how to say no to certain things, if you understand what I'm saying. So with that being said, is you have to know who you are. How's about to say what you are? You have to know who you are, what you're driven by, what can people use to tempt you, which means your weaknesses. Know how to deal with it and know how to regulate your emotions different to respond to different type of things. Bro, look around. Everybody that face temptation or give in to temptation always end up losing everything because they don't got self-control. They can't regulate their emotions. The more like the moment something went sideways, boom, they lose themselves completely. Bro, temptation is it's one of the biggest things. I've rarely seen people talk about it, but it's something need to be discussed. Because like a person who give in to temptations, bro, like if you look around, everybody who ever lost a business, lost a family, lost anybody that lost something, give in to temptation. That's why they lost something. It could be they were manipulated. It could be that they did it themselves because of their own way of thinking. But it's something. They give into temptation in some way. Like things come in different stages and different levels. And when you're a person who have high regards for your example, I was literally about to say I don't cut you, then I noticed I'm the only one here. So, for an example, if you are, say, a very beautiful girl, naturally, if you say no to a guy asking you out, then out of nowhere, this guy's gonna start trash talking you because he wants you to be just as low as him. And for a guy, if you're a well-groomed guy, you take care of yourself, you know, you're in the gym getting some money, then you always have those other guys and even girls, if you turn them down because you have standards, then all of a sudden you are the bad guy. Isn't this crazy? Having standards in this generation is crazy. People look at you like you want too much, or they look at you like why you think that you deserve this, but they don't look at the way how you carry yourself. Let me tell you something. Nothing is wrong with having standards, but you have to be able to match your standards of what you're looking for within somebody, unless it's pointless. But what I'm trying to say is, if you give in to temptation, you will lose everything you work so hard to get. How many times have you seen people started a company? They started some small businesses, and then along the way something went wrong, then boom, it's no more, because somebody gave in to temptation. Somebody tried to screw somebody over. And that's one of the scariest things. Is like, I understand that people are different and people breaking limits are different, but bro, if your limit is less than everybody else and you're easily swayed by temptation, bro, you'll have the roughest life than everybody else. If you are mentally strong, whether you're a guy or a girl, and you have you guys that if you have high regards for yourself, which means you work on yourself to be better, and you know you want a future, and you put yourself, not say put yourself on a pedestal, you put yourself in a category by yourself, then people who are beneath you will always have something to say. That's just how it is. Because people who are beneath you always look above. And when they can see that you are above, they will say things and do things in order to drag you down, just so to them they can feel better about themselves. Then again, misery love company. Everybody who's unhappy only hang out with other people who are unhappy. What do you think they discuss? Misery. You will never see somebody like me sitting down with like I'm the type of guy where if somebody's talking to me, I will listen and give my advice, or if they ask for an input on something, I will get, like, I'm not the type of guy to push somebody away. If like some people want to be heard, and if I know somebody personally and they're venting to me, I will listen to them. But I'm not the type of guy that's like gonna hang out with, oh, if I know you're sad and I know you're miserable and I know you lost your business, I know you lost your relationship, I know everything is wrong with you. Why would I want to hang out with you? Just so I can sit down and process all your doubts and all your bad energy in my mind. It's gonna cloud my focus and focusing on myself, and it's gonna affect me. Why do you think people hang out with those who are similar to them? It's not a coincidence. It's because they feel comfortable. Bro, losers hang out with losers, and winners only hang out with winners. Average people hang out with average people. People who are working at 9 to 5 only hang out with people who are working at 9 to 5. Because business owners is not going to hang out with a person that's working at 9 to 5 unless they're having a meeting or something's going on. But rarely people hang out with, like, once there's a gap, and once a person, unless the person working at 9 to 5 have an elite mentality, and then a business owner can understand that this person have an elite mentality, which means they see the world in a certain way, then they can sit down and talk about how to be better. Nothing's wrong with sitting down talking how to be better. But those who hang out with losers and average people and everybody's miserable, all those people are the ones that give in to temptation. That's why they are where they are. They may not know it because they're busy blaming everybody and everything else. That's why they don't know. And this is why when you put yourself above everybody else, this is why they're trying to drag you down. So to them, they can feel better that you are in the same position as them. So they can say, oh, that person think they're better than us. Oh, why you think he's better than us? Why, you got some money because you got this? You ain't better than us. You're the same as me. And then they will say things just to trigger you, to make you angry. So you give in to temptation, you lose yourself, and before you know it, you're sitting down right next to them. And then what you think is going to happen? They look around to see who is the next one that's putting themselves above everybody else. You ever notice there's more people at the bottom than there is in the middle, and even less at the top? Once you notice this and you can understand why, it's easier for you to go up. But if you're a person that always gives in to temptation, you'll always remain at the bottom. It doesn't matter. Because the moment you get up and you say, okay, I want to do this with myself, I want to achieve this, I want to get in the gym. Bro, okay, use the gym as an example. If you're a person that's, you don't got a good physique and you're not fit and everything's wrong with you, and you say to yourself, you know what, I want to go to the gym, I want to get in shape, I want to, be healthy, I want to feel good in my own skin. The moment you go there and you see people start looking at you a certain ways, boom, you lose your confidence, you go cancel your gym membership. You just give in to temptation. Because you don't got the confidence enough to say, you know what, I don't care what you think, I don't care what you said, I'm paying the same amount as you, and I want to work out because I love to work out. Once you can see the world like that, instead of saying, oh, I want to work out because I hate my body, that's a person who's already failed before they even started. Because it's how you see the world. So you see, when you focus on, you want to work out because you love to work out, it's different. You are more motivated to work out. But when it's like, oh, I got to work out because I hate myself, I hate my body, you're not motivated enough, because you'll go there, look around, you hate yourself, you hate the gym, you hate everybody that's in the gym, you hate everybody that have a good physique, you hate everything. So because you hate everything, you end up going somewhere else, and then you sit down and you be miserable all by yourself. That's how it is. So my advice to you, if you're a person struggling dealing with temptation, you need to figure out what you're triggered by, your weaknesses, and learn how to deal with it. Because if you don't deal with it, trust me, it's only going to get harder down the line. That's how it is, because once people know what you're triggered by, that's what they use to get at you. That's what they use. You ever notice people know exactly what to say to affect you? They know, they're not dumb. So once you know how to deal with your problems and deal with your issues and fix whatever needs to be fixed within, then people can only say stuff from the surface in order to affect you. But once they don't know what to affect you, you ever notice when a person is trying to affect you, they're trying to make you upset, you ever notice they always say different things? Because they're touching different topics to see just how you respond. But once they know that they can't get to you, they will eventually go away. That's how it is. And it's funny how all those people who hold themselves at high regards always have problem with these things. Bro, I've never seen an average person have issues with temptation. It's always those who carry themselves in a certain way. It's always those, because everybody else see them, oh, you think you're better than me? It's not necessarily saying a person with class think they're better than you. It's the fact that they carry themselves and better themselves for themselves, not bettering themselves to say that they're better than you. But it's about how people respond to things when you carry yourself in a certain way. That's just how it is. So my advice to you, in order to not give in to temptation, you need to fix whatever problem you have, whatever issues you have, whatever weaknesses you have, and know how to deal with it. That way, people can't get to you, because people can only get to you by saying and doing things that they know full well is going to affect you. Once they can't do anything to affect you, then eventually they'll go away. I know sometimes it's hard and you want to explode, but you never explode in front of them, because that's what they want. They want you just as low as them. So they say and do things to affect you, to drag you down with them, just so they can say, see, I broke you. You thought you were an elite person. You thought you were a person with class. You thought you were this. But look at you now. You are exactly the same as us. But when you ignore them, they can't get to you. When you ignore them, it affects them even more. Because when a person want to get you and they say and do things and they notice that they can't get to you, it affects them. Because people do things, like nobody who go against you want to lose to you. So when they say and do things, they know full well it's going to affect you. So once you know how to regulate your emotions, and they can see that whatever they say, whatever they do, whatever they tell people, whatever they spread rumors, whether you hear or you don't, whether you hear or not, it's not affecting you. Once they know that they can't get to you, it's going to affect them. They're not going to say, oh, you're affecting me, but you're going to see it on them. And if you're a person with class, once you start moving around people, average people, and those type of people, you can see it on them. This is why they envy you, because you carry yourself in a certain way. You don't carry yourself like them. You don't live like them, and you don't want to live like them. If you carry yourself in a certain way and you want a future, all those other people with no future are going to tell you you don't deserve a future. Why you think you need a future? All of us are sitting down being broke. Why you think you need to get up and go get some money? Temptation. And if you give in, you will lose everything and end up the same, just like them. And guess what? That's what they want. They want you to be the same as them. So they say and do things to get to you, to drag you down with them on their level. That's how it is. So I hope this message was useful for some of you guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. I will be back doing more stuff. You go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.